What's happening, Magnus sites? Looks like people are starting to pay attention to what I tell y'all. The best way to write me is on my Facebook fan page wall. That is the best way to write me, to send me anything. And someone has a question, so we're going to answer this. This is Magnus Answers. We have Scarlo here to help out. And afterwards, I think we'll do a try not to laugh or some funny compilation we'll laugh at, okay? Ready, Scarwo?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Put your thinking cap on.
Okay.
If you ain't got one, buy one. Right? Now, says, "Sup, Tyrone, I need your advice. Please keep my name anonymous." Look, Jake, look, I'm the best dude for that. I ain't gonna say your name, okay? See, I gave him that promise so he know.
Right, right.
All right, so since I was a kid, I have had bad stuttering problems. Other kids talked about me a lot. When I got to middle school, my stutter started to fade away. And I had no problem talking to people. I was confident to read in front of class without being nervous. But when I became a freshman in high school, I started stuttering again. That's interesting. It reminds me of an issue I had. I actually stuttered when I was a kid because I had a babysitter who used to beat me a lot. I don't even remember it, but my mom told me. And shortly after she died, I got a job selling cars. And there was so much stress in that damn place. I started stuttering again. Yeah, I had a stutter, and it took me a few months to kick it. Yeah, it was crazy. Let's see. I became a very antisocial person. I couldn't read in front of class anymore, and my confidence began to decrease. I've been like this all throughout high school. Now that I've graduated, I'm scared to talk to people when I have to get a job and go buy my own stuff at stores because people like to laugh and talk badly about people who stutter. I really need your help on what I should do. 10 million subscribers, boo. Well, so you're out of high school. Most people don't care. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know that. I don't think he knows this, but most people, when you're an adult, we stop caring about stuff like that. They may notice it, but you're not gonna be made fun of like to your face like you would in high school. I liken it to this. Do you remember when my college experience may look different from yours, but one thing I noticed when I got to college, no one gave a fuck about what you were wearing anymore.
No.
See?
I actually used to go to class literally right out of bed because my dorms were above. Well, no, I would take showers at night to make sure I was good. But our dorms were above the floor where all the classrooms were, so it's not like we had to travel very far. And a lot of times I would literally get up in the morning, take a shower, whatever, and then put my PJs back on. That was college life, going to class in your PJs.
Yeah, see.
Nobody cared.
So,
nobody cared what you had on. I would go with slippers. Nope. Nobody cared about sneakers.
Nobody cared what sneakers.
The hottest sneakers, the hottest shoes.
Nope.
The hottest clothes.
Nope.
Nobody
No one cared. And it took me a few months in to realize it. I remember I was sitting in the dorm and I was like, it just dawned. I was like, no one gives a fuck about what you're wearing.
And the guys were always be in basketball shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That was like the go-to outfit. It wasn't jeans or fitted, the hottest sneakers. No, it was slides, gym shorts, t-shirts.
I don't know what slides were. They sandals?
Yeah.
With socks on.
Yeah, with socks on. Yep.
So that's what I mean. When you get to be an adult, we have different worries and concerns. And I found that out right away in college. Yes, it's something people may notice. But guess what? I started stuttering again when I was selling cars. And I was in my mid-20s. And no one once said anything about it to me. And I worked with some assholes. No one made fun of me or said anything about me stuttering. Okay? So you're going to have to get over that, my man. There's a technique that I use called EFT. It is so powerful, it's able to even get rid of PTSD. That rhyme, don't hate to play the game, bars. With military. When a psychologist won't work, when medicine won't work, this is actually powerful enough to work. Look it up. EFT for anxiety or EFT for depression, EFT for stuttering. Look it up on YouTube. I guarantee you there's at least one video on them. I guarantee you. Okay, whether it's the stuttering, whether it's depression or it's anxiety, fear, look it up. I learned to use it as a part of my life. I use it whenever I have any type of issues or fears or whatever. I use it and it works. And I've been using it since maybe like 10 years ago. That's when I started using it. And I love it. And I taught her. And does it work?
Yes, it does.
Yep. Works very well.
It does.
Now, do you have any advice for them other than the EFT?
I'm not familiar with, like, I've never stuttered, but I do know people and I have friends who do stutter, and they happen to stutter when they get stressed out. They start talking fast and they start stuttering.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, I don't want to say too much because I don't know much about it, but I would kind of figure out where it kind of went left for you, like when it stopped, and then what happened that had you stutter. Was it because you were nervous about going into high school? Was it stressful for you? I know people, tend to stutter when their mind starts going faster than their mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Because in elementary he was stuttering, middle school he was fine. Then when he in high school he started stuttering again.
Yeah. So I would kind of backtrack a bit and see what, figure out what happened and kind of
it's a good idea.
Tap for that, because that's what EFT is.
About getting rid of that issue. So if something happened in your life that you think maybe caused it, you might want to use the EFT, the tapping method for that. Or you might want to, if you're just like, nah, it was just the stress of school, well then tap for that. And then you tap. And if they call it tapping, it's also called EFT, but people call it tapping because you tap on certain pressure points to get rid of the feeling. So you might want to do that for your, like I said, the anxiety he must have for getting into the real world, getting a job.
Yeah, because I was going to say, he was doing, it happened when you were a kid, and then, it stopped. So, like, what made it stop? What made you that comfortable, or what spiked up your confidence that you were okay, that you weren't stuttering, that you weren't stressed out? Was it because you kind of started getting a little older, middle school was cool, and now high school is a little scary? So, you should never be afraid to talk to anyone. Definitely when it comes to getting a job and going to stores. I mean,
yeah.
You always, when you go into the real world, I don't know how old you are or if you're young, but you never know who you're going to run into. So you kind of want to figure out how to get out of the fear of talking to people, because that's how you open up the doors to opportunities. You talk to people wherever you are.
I had 2 bosses that stuttered. 2. And they were good. Keep in mind, they were managers, so they were making the big bucks. Okay.
And that's another thing. Just because you stutter doesn't mean that that's going to be your downfall.
Yeah.
You can stutter all you want and make the most money in wherever you're at.
Yeah.
You shouldn't let that kill your confidence and kill your skills. If you've got serious skills in doing something, you're really, really good at something, don't let stuttering get in the way of that.
Now, if your big goal is to start a YouTube channel, you might want to get control over it, because here's the thing. I'll tell you this. All the corny jokes and shit that people made fun of me for when I was in high school, I didn't hear it again until I started to do YouTube. That's it, because you're dealing with dumbass teenagers and idiots on here. That's it. You got what I'm saying? So, the rest of my life, though, all my other jobs after high school, I didn't deal with none of the corny high school bullshit. It was only once I started to get on here because I'm open to the masses. So you get, you know, childish kids on here that think they're funny. You know what I mean? But that's it. You know what I mean? So I think you should be fine, man. You know, I don't think you need to worry about it. But definitely look into what we told you.
Like I said, don't let that kill your confidence. And if it's triggering your confidence, then find other things that boost your confidence.
Yeah.
You know, and let that lead you.
Yeah.
It'll help you. It may help your stuttering. You never know. Your stuttering could be an underlying stressful issue because you're worried about stuttering.
Yeah.
You know?
And talk to your friends and family about it. They know you stutter. You think they don't know?
If you've got a great support system, of course, you know, you've got friends who you know. Even though they don't say anything, you know, they may notice it, but talk to them. It's a good thing when you can sit down and talk to friends and family, and you may stutter, but they can still laugh with you. They can still conversate with you. You can still have a great time with them. That's a great confidence booster. They don't care about your stuttering.
Yeah. That's right, man. So
I say don't let anything kill your confidence.
Yeah. This is very minor. So, you know.
Yeah.
Coming from somebody my age, it's very, very minor. Don't worry about it. Okay?
We've all got flaws. It's not the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Some of us more than others, but you know, you've got a good structure that's there for you. You know.
Some more than others.
So you know,
we've all got flaws.
You know. 10 million subscribers. Woo! You may now subscribe.